This gaping hole in the front and the middle here needs a front door, and it's going to be the same door, same size opening that leads into the garden on the other side. The opening is 9 feet high, and I think it's 4 foot 2 inches wide. Yeah, 4 foot 2 inches wide and 9 feet high. So it's the right size for the appearance. It's the right proportion, but it's kind of an odd width. 4'2", which includes the door frame, means a door that's close to 4 feet wide. That's a very wide door to manipulate. Or a double door in which each panel is just under 2 feet wide, which is rather small, rather narrow. So I've got to decide whether I'm going to go with a single door or a double door. The original chateau has it has a double door, which looks rather like the window, but has a panel at the bottom that's solid. When I do this, I work in a file that I keep called Doors and Windows, and I actually make the door in this file and save it, and then make a copy it into my model. I do that because I like to keep these doors in case I ever need to use them again in another project, and having all the doors and windows in one file it's just a convenient way to store them. And sometimes I may, when making a new door or window, start with one I've already got and then adapt it. So it's also easier to do from inside this file here. So that's what I'm going to work on next, and I will be back when I have the door finished. So here's what I'm finding. My door opening width of 4'2" basically accommodates a door that would be 4 feet wide, with the 2 inches being extra for the jamb. However, a double door of that width is really quite uncomfortably narrow. Now, there are standard sized double doors 1 foot wider, 5 foot wide. It would allow a 2.5 foot panel on each side, and that's a standard size. So I'm trying something out here that's rather radical, because I've been very carefully trying to keep to the original design of the elevation. So I thought, what would happen if I made that door opening 6 inches wider in each direction? How would it look? And I've made a little mock-up here. So what we see now is the original design. And notice we've got a little kind of dip in the middle here, and then the door frame is within that, contained within that. Now this would be the option that would allow for a 5 foot wide door. I've made the opening 5 feet wide. You can see that it's wider now than the window openings on either side. And I've closed off that little dip there. I kind of inclined to go with it. I'm diverging from the original design, but I think that the wider door opening would be more comfortable to move through and feel more spacious, which would be appropriate to the entry of this house. So I think I'll move forward with this approach. So here's my new door with a top light. I copied this one. This was an outward opening French door with an arched top light. So I had to make some adjustments, and it was a different size. So I had to make some adjustments to it. Instead of swinging out, which is indicated by these arcs here, I've reversed it, set the door towards the inside of the frame, and having the door swing inward, I've got a new top light, rectangular shaped. You'll notice that the door has a wider frame, and then the top light is made up to look like two parts. This was common in French 18th century woodworking, and it's still common today actually in France. They still make them this way. Sometimes they make them in two parts and then attach them. The advantages of doing it this way is that I can align the mullions, and I have a narrower frame here for the top light since it's a smaller window, smaller opening, but I can still align the mullions centered here, and everything kind of remains nicely aligned. So that's the door, and here it is in position. There's the new door in the new wider opening. I've redone this door surround. And I've also put that, I've also put one in the back facing the garden side with the new surround. I think that'll look pretty good. I'm in the site model here, and I have not yet updated it to include the changes to the house, so I thought I could show you before I do that. We have still the old bay windows here and the old door, and no doors or windows on these wings here. So I'm going to update this. This is the house model being read into the site model, so I'm just going to simply tell it to reload that. And it's going to sit there and do some work calculating and then bring it in, and then it'll be updated. Okay, it did its work and the model is updated. We see the French door off the family room. We see the window in the family room, a door from the pool area into the utility space. We've got the new entry doors and a couple of windows on the master bedroom. So these are the things that we've done. I'll go over what's new here. So I decided that I didn't like those bay windows and I need to do something else for the back. So I wanted to have French doors opening off the family room space. So I've got a nice bifold set up. It's a 10-foot wide opening. Not exactly traditional 18th century, but that's all right. I think it still works on the garden side quite nicely. We've got a window in the family room that looks out towards the pool area. I'm going to bring us into the house. Okay, so we're standing in the kitchen corner of the family room. Got a breakfast area. There's going to be a door between the family room and the dining room. This opening will not have a door on it. It leads into the little sitting area. Conversely, the breakfast area could be put where the sitting area is. These can be swapped. And we've got this window, which gives us a nice little glimpse into the garden and over the pool from the family room. And in the direction of the French doors, we step out onto this back patio. I've made the French doors outward opening bifold doors so that they don't clutter up the space inside the family room. I'm going to turn off a few layers here and we can see the floor plan arrangement a bit better. I've expanded the utility area. How I'm going to divide that up, I haven't bothered to work through yet. I've given it a door to the outside, so people coming in from the garden, if they're a mess or if they've just come in from the pool, they can come into this space. There'll be an area to clean up. There'll be whatever utilities are needed. And there's also a door from the garage through the utility space into the house, or a door directly in. So if things are messy, you want to clean up before you go in the house, you can come through this direction, or if you just want to get the groceries from the car to the kitchen, you can go like that. And let's take a look at the master bedroom corner. From the entry, we move through the entry into the main living room, and then through the living room there will be a transitional space which can be as study, library, nook. I may put a wall across here with the door opening so that this becomes like a little vestibule space. The idea is that this piece of wall here will serve as a spot where a nice little piece of art can be put against the wall, a painting on the wall there, a little something to see when you walk in the living room from the entry, should the door be left open. And then a door to the right leads into the bedroom space. I've eliminated the bay window. I've put a couple of windows facing the garden and French doors off to the side patio. Now that means I've got this blank wall here. So I'm toying with the idea of putting in something like this against that wall, just as a focal point when you're on the terrace. Some kind of trellis work, or alternatively some little fountain feature. You see we are back here in the back terrace. We've got the family room on this end. looking across. So it would be nice to have more than a blank wall on this side. So I'll probably work something in like that. Meantime, master bedroom leads through a walk-in closet space, which I'm not going to detail out these closets. I'm going to leave that that's such a personal thing that I'm going to leave that for people to do on their own. But there's plenty of closet space there. Each of these rectangles is 2 feet by 6 feet, so we have 18 feet across here and another 6 feet here, and then a shallower one about 1.5 feet deep on this side. Coming into the let's see, from the master bedroom, let's take a little bit of a walk through. Here we are in the master bedroom. We've come in through a door here. I haven't put the interior doors in yet. We've got French doors leading out to the private garden corner for the master bedroom. Got a couple of windows against the bed wall there. Or we can come through this door opening and we'll be in the dressing room walk-in closet. The door to the right leads to the master bath. We have a corner for a nice soaking tub, pair of sinks on either side. And then to our left, there's a window and a little 4-foot wall here to shield the view of the toilet. A little bit of privacy there. I didn't want to do a full height wall because it's a long narrow space and I didn't want to make it feel all closed up. So I just left it as a 4-foot wall around the toilet. And then for symmetry's sake, we've got the same 4-foot wall around the tub, around the shower on this other side. And this will have glass panels up to 7 feet so that there's protection against the water spraying out of the shower. There'll be a glass door here. So we've got a shower corner, toilet corner, and right now we are inside the tub area. Oop, too far. Inside the tub area, enjoying a nice soak in the tub. And to our right, there's a closet which contains space which is deep enough to contain a washer and dryer. You can get a glimpse of it through the slats there, as well as linen storage. So there's some additional storage and a washer dryer conveniently located for the master bedroom. This door leads out to what will be a private garden space for the master bedroom. There'll be some kind of a patio off of the door there. Let's turn the upper floors back on. So this corner will be garden for the master bedroom. That's where the tub is located. That's where we'll do some kind of trellis work or a fountain. There's the plan. First floor plan, nearly complete. I'll have to put in a few more interior doors. I've got interior detailing to do, lay out the kitchen, more detail, finishes, crown moldings, ceiling treatments, and so forth. I'll cover that in a separate video. We've got garage doors in place. We've got a good mud room, utility room adjacent to the garage. And we've got the master suite completely worked out. It's coming along nicely. I'm happy with the results. Then there's a view of the front with its pretty shadows and the balconies in place and the new front door. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little update. Come back for the next one. We'll be finishing up the upstairs. I also forgot to mention there's going to be a fireplace in that living room, so we'll put the fireplace in, which brings up the question of chimneys, and we'll look at a nice way to terminate the chimney so that it fits the style of the house. Bye-bye.